Hi everybody, I hope you're keeping well. I enjoy going on hikes. And the longer the hike, the better. Spend over a few days, amazing. Spending that time in nature, appreciating the beauty around you, it's unbelievable. But before we have that opportunity to go on the hike, you need to prepare yourself. You need to make sure that you've got enough provisions, food and drink to last you for the time. You need to make sure that your clothes are good, that you've got good shoes and not going to give you blisters. You've got a strong bag to have everything, store everything you need. And you need to plan a route. And part of that route you need to plan is stopping off places where you can refill your water bottles, where you can buy more food if necessary. And also a place that you can sleep at night. At the beginning of this week's parsha, it says, Vayifga b'makom. Yaakov was on his journey. He was leaving his parents' house. He was going to Haran from Be'ersheva. He was going to his mother's brother's house. Get married, raise a family. But in order to get from one place to the next, he needs to go through a desert, a long trek through a desert. And that requires planning to make sure you've got food and drink, got a place to stay. The Torah says, Vayifga b'makom. He came across the place. What place? Where is this place? Did he not plan to come here? What's it talking about? Another name for Hashem, another name for God is Hamakom, the place. We are in the place of God. God is in the place of us. God is everywhere. God is the place. So when the Torah says Vayifga b'makom, it could very well be talking about God. He came across God. What does Vayifga mean? The rabbis tell us Vayifga means he prayed. Yaakov davened at night time. And that's important to note. His grandfather, Avraham, had instituted the morning prayer, Shacharis. His father, Yitzchok, had done Mincha, the afternoon prayer. Apparently that was not enough though. Yaakov brought in the night prayer. A third one. Why did Yaakov do this? Did he just feel like, got morning, got afternoon, might as well throw night in there as well? Wasn't satisfied, had to create his own one, bit jealous. Why did Yaakov feel the need to, right now, on his way out, suddenly he felt necessary to daven to God at night? What's going on? We all know night is dark. We don't appreciate how dark it is always. We've got lights inside, we've got lights outside, we've got street lamps, we've got headlamps. It's all quite light and bright, even at night. But there are times and places we can really appreciate the darkness. This past February, before COVID hit, I was out with my family. We were on holiday, driving through the Peak District to get to a place where we're staying. And it so happens to be that we're driving through Storm Dennis. It was pouring with rain, pitch black at night, driving through deep, steep, winding mountain roads. Very narrow, with lorries passing on the other side. I was next to deep drops. And my lights were on full beam. I had my head fog lamps on. I could still barely see where I was going. I had my Google Maps in front of me. And it said, on my right hand side, very coming up, would be the turning we needed to go down to get to the villa we were staying at. So I was driving really, really slowly, 5 miles an hour maybe. And I could just about see, with all the lights on my car, I could just about see the road to turn down. It was a narrow road and I could barely see where I was going. And darkness is a metaphor for our lives. There are many times in our lives where things are dark. We're down. It's not a good place to be in. Yaakov had left his parents' house. It was beautiful, it was bright, it was light. It was a perfect place to be. But he was going away from there. He was going to a darker world. A place where there were cheats and crooks and robbers, criminals. He was leaving the place of Yashrut, where everyone was straight. You could see the truth, to a place where people weren't like that. Truth wasn't like that. And Yaakov realized he was going into a place of darkness. Yaakov took that darkness, the night time, and he went at that time and said, God, I need you now more than ever. The darkness was a metaphor for what was coming up in Yaakov's life. And that's a metaphor for all our lives as well. Yes, There are beautiful and bright times, but also very dark times in all of our lives. And we can use this opportunity in the darkness, though, rather than just falling lower, to really grow, grab the time, connect to God, connect to other people, and really grow through the darkness. Shabbat Shalom to you all.